What's your process?
A lot of sleep involved. Well, I mean, you led me in a lot of directions. You gave me sites to look up, and I read a lot about the legend from several different perspectives, and actually looked at the cover of a DVD about La Llorona. That was pretty good. Bless you.
Sorry.
This is my time. So if you could keep that down. Just kidding. Just kidding. Dopey man. Yeah, and I mean, for me, I think my character wasn't all that familiar with La Llorona, so it was okay that I wasn't, but I had to know the lingo. So when I said things, it sounded natural, like I've said it a million times, like Philip would have.
Okay.
So that was the most important thing for me, getting the actual words to come out of my mouth naturally, because they're not all natural things to say.
Well, I drove to the middle of the desert and went on a vision quest for 2 weeks. Ate off the land. Lean times, but I made it through. No, you did a really good job of giving us, like, you know, backstory and stuff. So we didn't have to really start from scratch, which was good. And so there were pictures and stuff like that. And I think I actually drove around some of the locations you had sent me pictures of around Hollywood. And one thing that sticks out in my mind that was really helpful is you told me what my character's favorite song was. And so I listened to that, and based on kind of the vibe of that song, I kind of built a whole playlist around it. And then I just kind of listened to it over and over, like when every time we would have a shoot on the way over and stuff, I would listen to that to try to kind of get in the headspace of that character, which was kind of dark and had like obviously unresolved stuff in his past that kind of made him kind of a dark person, which was hard to do in the scenes where Garrett and I had to just kind of goof around because he was such a goofball, and I was like, yeah, but I'm brooding and dark, you know. But I just wanted to goof around with him, you know. But you know, that's pretty much it, and the character in a sense wasn't that different from who I am, I guess, in a lot of ways. So. And I already knew the story of La Llorona, so it was, you know, just the usual stuff we do, find some stuff to connect with in the character's background and just make it real for you and play off of that.
Snacks were awful.
Yeah, there were several times when I wanted to storm off the set, but you know, I'm a professional, so I don't do those things. No, actually, I thought it was, you know, I thought it was a great learning experience for everyone. I felt like we were all kind of on this journey of learning, figuring out what we were doing as we went along, and I think that's how movies get made, you know. So I didn't have, you know, I loved all of it because for me it was one of my first experiences, and it's like I couldn't get enough of it. It's like whether I was, you know, we're shooting a scene or watching other people shoot a scene or watching you guys set up a shot, I was like going to school. So for me it was like every moment was like, oh, this is cool, this is awesome. Like I couldn't, every time we got together to shoot, I couldn't wait for shoot day. So and it was interesting seeing you guys deal with all the challenges of like multiple locations and like taking this RV to different places and trying to make it look like it was in the same place, you know, at different times of the day or whatever. And so no, I loved it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I thought, touching back on how you didn't let me interact with the actors and things like that, I thought that was a really, really cool way of doing it. I think though with this particular project, my character's not supposed to have chemistry with the rest of the cast. So it was cool, and the fact that I didn't really have lines, it was all about body language. I mean, it was literally like me kind of in my own film and then everybody else in their own film. And so I've never, I mean, maybe other famous filmmakers do it, I've never heard of it, but I thought that was cool that you know, because hopefully they were more not afraid of me, but there was an element of surprise. Just like, what's she gonna look like? Is she gonna be a ghost? Am I gonna take this seriously? You know, like what did you think about, you know, there's that scene we did together where I kept coming up to you in smoke. And
yeah, I was just gonna say that scene scared the crap out of me. You know, we were in the RV with like so much smoke, you really couldn't see like, you know, 6 inches in front of your face. And she would just like pop out of the smoke every once in a while, and I never knew where she was coming from, and it was truly like it got my heart racing
Yeah,
when we
you
were
get
shooting that. You know?
Raw, real reactions there
Yeah.
from a lot of us.
Yeah. So so that was yeah. I thought that was a really cool way to shoot
Definitely.
for sure.
I'll say some shit.
Bring it.
Make this shit real, huh? Well, my only like afterthought in somewhat of like I guess a negative. It's not negative, but it doesn't even necessarily have to do with production side. I feel like I didn't find the relationship with Lou until late on in filming.
Right.
I wish, like, I don't know how we could have done it different, maybe more rehearsals or just talked more ahead of time, but in the beginning of filming, we were business, we were all kind of just after the ghost, and that was it. And the later we got into shooting, which happened to be earlier in the film, we started to get that chemistry and that relationship where we could joke with each other, and we felt like we had known each other for a while. That's my one thing. But other than that, I mean, I love that the professionalism and that nobody answers phones. And so.
Yeah. That wasn't a fun. That was just me having an idea.
No, I loved that you kept the ghost separate. I thought that was so smart, and I also loved that when you first gave me the character, you gave me a pamphlet full of like songs that my character would like and pictures of places he has been on vacation and stuff like that. That was so smart. I was actually excited to see that stuff because I don't necessarily know I would have found that on my own.
That's really cool.